What up, everyone? NanMan here, and we're kicking things off as our last video of 2025. This one's a nice long one, about 40-some minutes long. Izzet Eldrazi versus an Avatar Aang Elementals. It's like, think Omnath style of deck, but it's got Avatar Aang in here to do some shenanigans, maybe some firebending, waterbending, earthbending. We'll see some airbending as well, because it is Avatar Aang, of course, we're talking about here. But let's get into it and talk a little bit about the decks, talk a little bit about the match itself as we get into things, because this is, like I said, our last video of 2025 to wrap up, and we have been uploading 2 videos a week of all of 2025. We're going to have a special video come out right at the beginning of the new year. It's going to talk a little bit about the behind-the-scenes side of things with our YouTube channel, and how, basically, being very transparent with you guys, how much money we made on YouTube in 2025, and just sort of show you guys a breakdown of what our views were like, things like that there. So that'll be one of the things that we're going to do. It's going to be going out to our Patreon first. They get to a first look at things. So if you guys are interested in checking out and supporting us more, you could be able to do that over at that, of course, our Patreon there. And the Patreon, for those that are wondering, is not actually Patreon / NanMans Nerd Corner. It is actually just, what are we at? I think it's just NanMan. Is that the one? The Real NanMan. There we go. Patreon.com / The Real NanMan will get you there. So that is, of course, we'll be posting that up for everyone to be able to check that out first. And then we've got our fun, other games and stuff that we're going to be showcasing off every week still, every Monday and Thursday for our weekly gameplay stuff. And then at the beginning of every month, the first Saturday of every month, will be MTGO content for you to enjoy. We've got, of course, Vintage Cube stuff to start it off with, and then we've got some fun decks to show off, some off-meta decks that we're going to start playing a little bit more. We're just brewing some stuff, having some fun, playing some weird decks there, and, we'll see what that's like. But let's get into this match here as things are really starting to kind of get these players really getting set up. They've gotten their mana base basically constructed here, and we're ready to kind of actually get into this game here. So the Avatar Aang does have a little bit of the, playing elemental stuff. We've got some flip stuff here, like this Josh card, right? Joshua Phoenix Dominant here, 3/4 from, of course, our fun adventures within Final Fantasy there. But when it enters, you may be able to discard 2 and draw 2. But we get a mana leak coming out, going to put a stop to that, which, mana leak with this Izzet Eldrazi list is basically just a pure counterspell most of the time. The way that our Izzet Eldrazi player, they do a very good job kind of setting it up and utilizing it that way, and being able to have access to it and use it like a counterspell, because it is only 1 blue instead of the double blue that counterspell has, is one of the benefits of rocking out this Izzet Eldrazi list. And there it is. Speaking of the Eldrazi, here's a Reality Smasher we're going to attempt to come across here. We've got a Solitude coming out here. And so Reality Smasher, when it becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, counter that unless they pay. So we do see a discard. Now, technically, it's not ward, right? It's not spell or ability or things like that. And Solitude coming in is a creature ETB effect, so it is not a... I don't think it works at forcing us to discard. I don't know. It's not quite ward. It was printed before ward was a thing, so it's like pre-ward, if you will. But we've got a follow-up here of Teferi going to come down, try to basically put a stop to no more mana leaks, no more flashing things in, slow down the game a little bit, add a little bit more protection available for our Avatar player here. So if you guys played with any of the Avatar set, we do have some players that have been experimenting with it. We've got a prowess versus prowess match coming up soon. That is going to be a Avatar firebending prowess versus traditional Izzet prowess here, so we'll see how that goes in the coming weeks. But Thought Nuts here are going to come down, take a quick cheeky peek at the hand here. Leyline Binding, Omnath, and we do see stock up. So Leyline Binding going to get grabbed there because that's the only real removal that is there. Ooh, Moon Mist. So you might be wondering, it's like with the Josh cards, with the Avatar cards, it makes sense why we might see that as well at the Moon Mist, because you get to flip it. Also, it's a fog. Apparently it's like $5 or something like that. It's crazy. I don't know. Omnath going to get dropped down, help us draw some cards here. And it's kind of just sort of like both players really just kind of locking in and stabilizing at this point in time here. I wonder if we will get to see a flip of the Avatar. That'd be sweet. But Kozilek's Command going to put a stop to Omnath. Get that out of here. We'll be able to exile that. What are we making, guys? Yeah, there's the little spawn. Little plastic spawn friend coming across. So if you guys like our content over here at the channel, make sure you guys are subscribing, following, doing those thumbs up, leaving the comments, helping the algorithm know that this content is something that should be pushed. Let people know where they can find awesome modern content every single week over here. But we've got Thought Knot going to put a stop to Teferi, and now it's our Avatar Aang players' job to kind of construct something else. So coast is more or less clear here. We'll be able to go and do a stock up. Looks like Solitude's a great one to grab. I like stock up a lot. You know, we see it every so often. We'll see it in like this sort of list. We'll see it in like a blue-white control list. Sometimes like mono-blue Tron list. Like I have it in my Urza Thopter combo / Lander control deck. So like there's a lot of cool cards that exist that you guys can be able to play with different decks of. Speaking of different decks, I've started to go through and recreate or make some more off-meta decks because we like seeing some off-meta decks on the channel. We also like playing them, so decided to rebuild humans, rebuild boggles, you know, play in some of these more off-meta decks. A little bit of cheaper in comparison, especially with things like Quantum Riddler coming out here, warping his way into the battlefield. Do we got a... Oh, Ephemerate's going to come down here. We're going to try to keep this guy around. So let's see what happens. Doing maybe a response here. Are we fighting over the Ephemerate? Let's see. I mean, Quantum Riddler's so good. I've got, of course, my Esper Blink deck that rocks them. Jeskai Blink is one of the most popular decks out there right now. And we've also got, of course, the Omnath or Elemental lists that run around with Quantum Riddler, because why would you not? It's just such a good card right now. I mean, it's not to the point where it's like every blue deck should be running it, but it is like if you're playing like a more tempo-y, grindy deck, why not sneak some in there? But let's see. Oh, Kozilek's Command in response. We're going to exile that. Ephemerate number 2. Oh, what do we think about that? Do we have any more responses? I mean, a mana leak here would be a full-on counter spell. So wizard battle taking place. Both players trying to cast as many spells as possible. Yeah, sorry for the shaky cam. Again, we talked about this on some previous videos. We've had to reposition and run around in different spots within the shop, and you could see kind of the effect that that has where we are placed in the shop and on you know, where we are at. So looks like we do see Ephemerate's going to be resolved. This does fizzle, but Tasha's Tideminder going to essentially stifle the draw trigger here. So big wizard battle does get placed here, and Riddler back down to just being a simply 4/6 flyer, which is still pretty good, pretty scary to have to deal with. Now, how are we going to be able to stop it from blinking again? Because one of those Ephemerates did resolve. You see it, our player has kind of placed it right on top of their library there. So that is one thing to kind of note, is it will be able to blink it in and out of existence again. Alright, oh, a Jace, though. Do we just bounce it? Bouncing it's not bad. Lightning Bolt, Null Drifter. A lot of options available for our Izzet Eldrazi player here. I like, you know, being able to see our Izzet Eldrazi player's deck in action because it's got so many cool cards in it. I'm a huge fan of Tideminder. I love being able to see that card. I've got it in my Izzet Twin list, so it's like seeing those sort of cards. It's like, oh yeah, more players should be trying to use cards like this because it's so good. But let's see where they're going for. We've got a lot of mana available. Still have one Eldrazi spawn. Looks like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 essentially for casting an Eldrazi spell. So a little bit less. We want to keep our spawn. A little bit less. We're not casting Eldrazi. But looks like we might just go for the Null Drifter here, I think is the debate. But it's also... Oh, with the Bolt in hand, it looks like we might just push for damage. Swing 3 across here. Yeah, drops our Avatar player down to 10 life. Which is pretty solid. Do we hard cast the Null Drifter so it stays around? That's a pretty good plan. Yeah, you see that? That's the debate here. It's like whether or not to do that. But that's basically a full commitment, but a 4/4 flyer with Annihilator is pretty good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're going to just evoke it and hope we get maybe Consign, or we're fine with it going away. I mean, 3 mana draw 2 is pretty good. Especially if we get a Consign or something to keep it around. But nope, no Consign. So that'll disappear. Alright, still have Jace, but not... But we've committed one of our blue mana, so we don't have double blue to be able to cast Jace. We've got a Smasher, but we've already moved to combat, so that's like basically for the future. Alright, drop into 9. Yeah, keep that Ephemerate. We need it. Don't forget about it. Yeah, this is the thing, too, about a deck like this, where you're, like, basically a 5-colorless, more or less. You really got to be very careful about the mana base and the lands that you are fetching for to make sure that you have access to all the colors that you need. Now, if your shop is running more of those types of effects, those Harbinger of the Sea decks, the Blood Moon type decks, they definitely get to thrive a lot more when players are just basically playing piles of good stuff, where you can kind of put them in check a little bit more. But looks like Solitude's going to come in. Now, this is a really important thing to note here for players. If you try to evoke the Solitude in response to the Ephemerate trigger, you do not get to keep your Solitude. But if you hard cast it, like we're seeing right now, and in response to the Ephemerate trigger coming off a rebound, then you do get to keep that. You have to hard cast it, though. That's the whole thing. If you try to evoke it in response, you will not get to keep it, because the evoke trigger will go on the stack above the Ephemerate and get rid of it, and then the Ephemerate will go off. But when you hard cast it like this, no problem. Ooh, bolting the Solitude. Let's clear that up here. Ephemerate goes to the graveyard now because it was cast, yes. All right. Bring the beats, swing 4, save, yeah. 4 is good. Oh, Moon Mist in hand. Oh my gosh, is Fog going to save us here? We're at 9. Reality Smashers here. And Dothi, though, is basically an Abzan land. All right, 4 and 5. There's Smasher. Bring the beats. Here's 8. Moon Mist. Oh my gosh. Transform all humans. There's no humans here to transform. But prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures other than wolves and werewolves. What a card. Oh my gosh. When was the last time you saw a fog effect in Modern? I'm telling you, that's the line right there. I love to see that kind of stuff. All right, so now it's up to our... Now, if there was a mana leak, we would have been blown out. But still, no mana leak there. Now, what is the follow-up here? Jace coming out here. Do we just bounce the Riddler? All right, so what do we go for? I mean, we could Brainstorm here. We could Fate Seal. I mean, we know the 4 damage is coming across. So it's like, is it worth it? Looks like we are going to try to keep it around. We're going to Fate Seal, look at the top card. We can try to filter a little bit, and we are going to filter it down to the bottom there. So look at that top card, goes to the bottom. 5 loyalty now, so we can survive at least 1 hit off of the Riddler if the Riddler was going to come and swing across. But being at 9, it's now up to our Avatar player to try to navigate their way out of this hole. An Omnath does help quite a bit. It helps us draw a card. Omnath, Locus of Creation. Of course, we do have more posts coming up. If you guys are following at the channel, we're going to start having you guys vote in some more polls of which art you like the most. Omnath is coming up soon. About which version of it do you prefer to see? Are you on the the thing in the box? What is it? Convention in a box beanie version there that we got on the table, or not? Oh, okay. Leyline Binding. So, yeah, we were checking to see whether it was a spell or not, and because it is an ETB again, we will eat that. Send 4 across. We're okay to take 3 here. Or basically, we have Omnath to block the 3 damage, so we're not that worried about it. Another land. That's the thing. It's like you need enough lands because you're casting Big Scary Eldrazi, but also, like, I don't know. A land, not going to help us here. Alright, looks like we're going for a Brainstorm. Activate Jace for 0. Ooh, a fetch land, perfect. Actually, that's really good. We can put those 2 lands back. We don't need... Cast the fetch land. Null Drifter... draw 2 after we, of course, you have to shuffle away because we don't want to draw those 2 lands, but... Do we have a Steam Vent? I don't know. Probably, right? Okay. Yeah, looks like we are going to go drop down to 20 here. Now, the thing about Omnath running around here is we are going to start gaining some life. Having the Omnath out, any other lands that come, like we get a landfall, gain 4 life to start with. Second landfall gets us the 4 mana, and then third time, which I don't think the deck has a way to do it 3 times. You get to start shooting people for 4. But really, we care about the gain 4 life part or get 4 mana. All right, Null Drifter, draw 2. A land and a bolt. Okay, bolt's nice. We'll take a bolt. Gives us a chance to trade off again if we wanted to. The Annihilator is going to be nice. Looks like, yeah, we'll send a message. 3 again because we know there's 4 life that's going to be gained. Drop into 6. Oh, 2 bolts can finish us off, but we only have 1. And then the 4 life that's gained basically cancels out here. All right, landfall trigger. And it's a fetch land, so that's going to be gaining 4 life. Be able to fetch, go get 4 more mana. We could basically replay the Omnath, but if we had another one, of course. All right. Riddler going to come at Jace. Yeah, we're fine with that. It'd be nice to keep that around, but throwing our Null Drifter in the way there doesn't seem like it's going to be worth it. Okay. Oh, okay. Of course, if you guys are interested in seeing these deck lists, they are posted up on our Moxfield link. You can check that out in the description, as well as other links that will help get you guys to, like, Nerd Gear, our Patreon links, all the good stuff that is available for you to be able to check out. So it looks like we're going to try to move to combat. In response, let's see. Hold on. We got to fetch again. Land's going to enter. We're going to gain 4 more life. Ooh, when that's on the stack. Wait a minute. Tidebinder hits the trigger on the landfall. Now Omnath is just a 4/4 little beanie boy. No abilities. 8 mana, though. And March, we're going to exile your Null Drifter for 8. Talk about a wild turn there of just saying, nope, we're just going to put a stop to that. You may not do that. And where's the mana leak? Oh, that's what it's like. Again, these like blowout moments that would happen if the mana leak was available, but no mana leak. Just kind of just jam the spells and hope they resolve. I love it. All right, we'll block the one that is attacking. He's useless to me. He's done his job.
Harbinger of Tides, because like Magus was never very popular. No. So you really didn't have to worry about.
All right.
But now Harbinger is popular. I use both. Me too. It's hard to deal with both. I have creature removal.
Well, now I was like, we have a was that a Kozilek's command still there? Yeah, we do have a Kozilek's command, so that would be pretty useful. All right, so we've got our Cleansing Wildfire here, but we're going to target our indestructible land, Darksteel Citadel. So we're going to destroy this land. The controller searches for a land, puts it on the battlefield, tapped, and then we draw a card. So all of this, again, you search for any land, right? No, specifically basic. Search library for basic land, yeah. So very, very good in this case of like, yeah, I have these lands that either I could blow up your lands if we were in a kind of earlier stage of the game, you know. Also, it might not be bad to do that anyway when a deck is kind of very tight on the mana. You might want to do those checks and say, okay, Indathi Triome is definitely something worth wanting to go for. And Avatar Aang coming out here. Flying, firebending 2. Whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, and airbend, draw a card. Then, if you've done all 4 this turn, transform. So just attacking will get you to draw a card, right? But the whole thing about it is the transform in it. Turn it into the 6/6 flying. Spells cost Wooburg less to cast. And then at the beginning of each upkeep, you can transform Aang. If you do, gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, put 4+1 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. Ugh, Kozilek's command. You see the debate. It's like, I've got Moon Mist. Is it worth it to Moon Mist it? Does transforming it into Aang, Master of Elements, do anything? I don't think so. I don't think it does. I mean, we'll gain life. We draw 4 cards. That's really good. But yeah, exile. Let's scry some. Oh, Reality Smasher up top. I like that. Okay. I like the Preordained staying up there as well. I think that's good. Helped us set up. Again, the scrying is going to be very important. All right. 2 bolts in hand. 1 can kill the Riddler. We'll see. Oh, wait a minute. Smasher. Bring the beats. Here's 8. Is it Moon Mist time? It looks like it's going to be a Moon Mist time. You see the debate. Oh my god, is he not going to do it? Okay. I was like, is he just going to die again? No. Moon Mist number 2, saving the day. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, just like, okay, I guess you just saved yourself a second time. Because I've got the bolts ready to finish you off. Preordained going to get used. Scry 2, draw a card. Was that both bottom? It was. Got a talisman. Don't really care about that. I mean, it's fine, I guess. But I like the let's keep it hidden information right now. So there was you can Moon Mist Aang, and yes, because he is a human. It does work that way. It's kind of ley line binding, it looks like here. Yeah, a lot of debate. Yeah, just kind of we have to keep our blockers back. So it's like, all right, Smasher can block Riddler. Beanie Boy blocks there, blocks there. It's like, I feel like it's fine. Just like, yeah, take that. This will die. Send both bolts across. Clean up the board. 1, 2. All right. Wildfire. Target this again. Get a land. Draw a card. Thinning out the deck because there's so many lands on the battlefield here right now. There's another mountain. Enters tapped. And then one of the other players came up. Listen, I got through all of my games, and you all are still on game 1. What is happening here? Ooh, okay, a little otter friend. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Thunder Trap Trainer here. It says, okay, can you help me understand what lands you've got untapped here? We're going to attempt to ephemerate the Riddler. I mean, let's bolt that, get that off of the board here. Yeah, there we go. There's the response. Wizard battle going to take place. Shoot this. Are we going to see any other responses? Nice. Thunder Trap's fine. Let's go digging for something. Oh, Consign is nice. Doesn't really help us as much. Does the Mana Leak help us? I'd like the Consign better. Because you can consign, like, the triggers, the landfall triggers. You can consign the Solitudes. Like, yeah, I like that. I think that's good. To kill the Omnath here, just, like... I think that's probably the play, right? You've got one more bolt. I guess you might be saving it because going, all right, if I attack with everybody, I've got a bolt to follow it up, but... Oh, no. Okay, Leyline Binding. Again, it's not really a ward trigger. It's just ETBs. Gets rid of this. But that Consign we just picked up.
I'll consign that.
Replicated. So now it just sort of sits there. There's 4. Down to 12. And the Beanie replacement here. Let's replace this one. Draw a card. Stock up. What a draw. Oh, and a Flage. Okay. Flage is going to be nice. Aang doesn't really help us as much. I mean, it gets us to draw cards. But there's also a Riddler in hand there that gets us to draw even more cards. So, I like that. We know we're taking Flage. That's the easy choice. Yeah. Sorry, Aang. We'll do some firebending another day. All right. Oh, another land. All right, bring the team. I mean, kill the otter? Nah, alright, take 2, go to 7. Omnath dies. I guess the safety net of blocking that prevents, like, a bolt death if we don't block the, you know, the Reality Smasher. So safety first. Got to make it till this turn where we can start to utilize Flage. There's Flage coming out. Helix.
I have to target something.
Targeting. Get rid of the Thunder Trap here, right? All right. Let's clear the Smasher out. I like it. That's much better of a play than me saying kill the otter. It's like, in my brain, I'm like, oh, Flame of Anor is a legitimate card that exists, and having a bunch of otters or wizards running around means there's a Flame of Anor somewhere coming, right? That's just kind of where my like brain goes. But it's like, oh, no. Kill the thing that can kill us, which is, in this case, Reality Smasher. We'll do, wow, very thin. Look at how long this game's been going on here. 29-minute game number 1 so far. And that's even after we kind of cut out some of the shuffling that players have done at the beginning of the game before the game even started. Like the dice rolling, stuff like that. Riddler going to come out. Let us draw some cards. Yeah, flash it back. Bring it back. Escaping. Here he comes. ETB, 3 damage, gain 3 life. So we'll Helix, smash that Reality Smasher off the board here. With that 3 damage that was already marked, extra 3 damage there. And I don't know. We also get to see the, of course, warped in Riddler gets warped out for a little bit now. All right. Oh, yeah, look, there is a Flame of Anor here. I guess we just...
5 to Flage, draw 2.
5 to Flage, draw 2. Oh, that is dead draws. Got a Bolt here, though. I mean, this game's gone on so long, though, it doesn't really even do anything, does it? Prismatic Prism, Prophetic Prism, whatever you want to call it. Enters, draw a card, also filters our mana. Another Thunder Trap, though. Talisman. Bolt Flage, get him off the board.
Oh, attack.
Attack for 1. Okay, what do we got here? I mean, we could probably bring Flage back another time, right? Yeah, we start filtering through. Yeah, double red, double white. Bam. Thunder Trap will be gone now. Get rid of these 5 cards.
Not attacking probably would have been better. Because if you top decked an Arena of Glory...
Oh, so our Izzet Eldrazi players like, maybe I shouldn't attack if you had top decked an Arena. And it's like, oh, I don't, you know, our Avatar player's not running Arena. Also, you got to be very careful. It would be nice in some cases, yes. But also it's like, oh, can I afford to have just like a basic mountain, essentially, in this list? Probably not. Omnath coming. I mean, you got to have a basic plains, basic forest, basic island. So, I don't know, basic mountain. That's basically what Arena is. Yeah, it's really powerful when it's working, but otherwise, it's like, yeah, does this actually help? All right. Big mana turn. 6. What do we got? Ooh, Thunder Trap with Offspring. We're digging. Still looking for something. There we go. There's this. This is the little Offspring otter. What do we got here? Is that an Ashiok? Put those in the bottom. Preordain's fine. We're digging. Consign's nice. I would take the Consign here. Yeah, okay. That at least gets to deal with the Flage triggers. Preordain. Scry 2, draw a card. Oh my gosh, lands all day. He's like, surely there's another Costlix command somewhere in here that we can use. Just that would make a huge difference, because that would get rid of the Flage. Really what we would need there, but how much can we dig here? Looks like we're going. Null Drifter coming out. Draw 2. Don't consign it. Okay. Oh no, we are going to consign it. I don't know. I mean, you keep the Null Drifter around, yes. But now we have nothing to get rid of the Flage, right? Alright, we look through the graveyard. We have a 6 in hand that just got drawn. So, as long as it's your turn, non-land permanent cards in your graveyard have retrace, meaning that you can discard a land in addition to casting their cost. So 6 resolves. 2/4 with reach as well. So this Steam Vent's going to, looks like, get discarded and turned into something. Do we have a Solitude in there? We probably do. Has to be permanents, though. Yes, we do. Oh, see, that's the other thing, too. It's like, I don't know. I feel like, because then even in this case, we could have consigned the Solitude trigger. All right. Ooh, 34 minutes going to game 2. What a way to start that series. So grindy between both these decks. Really could have gone either way, and it definitely was, as the game went on longer and longer. Our Izzet and Eldrazi player fell apart.
Let you know about our new affiliate with Nerd Gear.
nerdgear.gg/nanman will take you directly to the website, and as you can see, they've got a bunch of awesome gaming accessories from playmats, life counters with the life tracks, playmat holders, and more. So make sure you do some browsing on the site, find some goodies, and then use the code NGNanman for 5% off your entire order. But let's get back to our gameplay. Always interrupting myself here. But yeah, it definitely felt like our Izzet Eldrazi player had the game slip through their fingers there. They were trying so hard, and it really was like moon miss, like all these like different spells, different things to be able to kind of keep our avatar player in the game there. And really, you know, there's something to be said about playing to your outs. And you know, we've talked about it before, how sometimes certain Eldrazi decks tend to improve the longer the game goes on, especially like the Tron list, because they just like thrive in, if you're playing like the mid-range, mid-game style, the longer game goes on, the scarier the threats are. That kind of had the opposite on that match, right? Avatar's deck was all about like, yeah, I have these Omnaths, I have these Phlages, I have these Aangs, I've got these Solitudes, I've got so many cards that are just going to come out here and impact the board, where it really was just a lot about reality smashers and needing more for our Eldrazi player. All right, mulliganing down, both going to be keeping the 6. Tap, land, pass. So that was a lot of what we saw, is both of these players just sort of going with this like, hey, we're basically going to just play lands and pass for the first couple of turns. Both of these strategies can become a little bit vulnerable to some of that aggression, but we've talked about the longer the game goes on, the more power that both of these decks tend to have. So it looks like we'll get a little fetch. Go find, my assumption is Triumph. You always want to try to fetch up your Triumph early if you can, unless you need it right away. But like, drawing it later on becomes so much harder for the deck to be able to function, where it's like, oh, if I draw into the Surveil land later, at least I get a Surveil. You know, at least I have this added bonus that can filter some of my draws. But all right, what do we got? Anything else? Nothing. Land go. One of my favorite types of Magic. All right. Prism. Let's draw some cards. Oh. Are we just going to do the Phlage thing here? Yeah, okay, I dig it. Phlage Resolve, zap for 3. Alright, life swap here. Mana Leak, though, is going to be nice, because if you try to escape and you hit it with a Mana Leak, oh, that's going to feel so good. Alright. Shocking in and just sort of passing is very much indicating of like, go ahead, tap out. You won't. Alright. Hollowed Fountain coming down. Nah, I love that. Both players like, nah, eventually we're going to get into that wizard battle again, which was exactly what happened in game 1, where both the players just sort of built up resources. We basically had this positioning here. Ooh, I like this. Send a threat across. Also a wizard for Flame of Anor. We have a Leyline Binding available. Another 3 or another 2 life there off of the shock land. Warping in a Riddler. Consign the draw trigger is sweet.
Yeah, I know that part. I thought it was just
Ephemerate. Yeah, we got a wizard battle.
honestly, I haven't read the post or Thunder text since it was
Mana Leak the Ephemerate. Hard counter it because you don't have 3 mana anymore. Enters. Boom, boom, boom. Warped it away. So yeah, basically both players finally got a little bit of interaction. Let's try to do some battling. See what we can make happen here. All right. 3. dropping the 10 again. We're getting to that low life. This is around the time where things really got intense for our Avatar player. But going to hard cast, bring out this Riddler. Do we have another mana leak? No. Looks like let's draw a card.
No, this yeah, back in the day.
That explains everything.
Before there was the stack, or after?
All right. Oh, flame. Okay, I don't know about this one.
That was my main game back
I
then.
feel like just swinging. I don't know. Swinging in with the
Are you gonna block something?
swinging in and then hoping for like hitting it for 5 there and drawing 2 is like, okay, I'm hoping for my only out of bolt. Ooh, all right. Smasher gonna try to get used, but you see that one white waiting. Leyline binding gonna get used.
Never give up. Never surrender.
All right.
Yes! That's not true. Tap out when you lose and go to game 2. That way you have more time on your clock.
Josh. Phoenix Dominant coming out here. Enters, discard 2 cards, then draw 2. Oh my gosh. So, with Riddler out, it's going to see that you have no cards in hand. Or you'll have 1 or less cards in hand, and it's going to say, so with Josh, discard 2, you draw 3. Right? The first one it checks, hey, do you have 1 or fewer? Cool, draw 2. And then you're going to draw your second one off of Josh. Oh, and there's Teferi. What a way to just sort of take over this game. Wow, who knew the little synergies we get to see here. Swinging in 4, or flying in for 4. Oh, Mana Rock. I mean, the deck needs them because you are doing the Izzet Eldrazi stuff, where you need blue, you need red, you need the colorless. So, like, talismans are pretty solid for this list, but now they feel bad when you're top decking them and you're like, oh no, the game is slowly slipping through my fingers, just like it did in game number 1, where I've gotten my opponent down to 10, and now they're running away with the game. All right, up tickies. Let's bring the beats. So what do we have to do? Pay 5 to exile Josh or cast a Moon Miss. Okay, but you can only flip him with the 5 mana at sorcery speed. So there is that little bit to note. And when he gets flipped, he turns into a Saga, but we don't get to see it, sadly, because that is the hand extended, and we will be seeing our Avatar Aang Elemental deck take the match there. 2-0. What a way to play. I mean, it did really feel like that it could have been in the Izzet Eldrazi player's favor many, many terms, and it was just like a lot of the draws just went in our Avatar player's favor there. But very cool to see 2 very cool decks here on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, our last video of 2025. Stay tuned for more games every Monday and Thursday, and then on Saturdays as well. But that's going to do it for us here today. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. I'll see you all next game.